because this is the worst part. So you stopped pinning everything together 6 inches before the end of the gray triangle. You flip up the top part of the trim and pin. So we flipped up the top part of the trim and pinned the gray triangle to the bottom part of the trim. Now we're going to turn it so the trim is right sides together evenly. And flip it back over so you can see where your gray triangle comes out. Then you pin this together, the trim together. Then we take a ruler and a pen, which isn't here. We line that up with, where'd the pen go? The edge of the gray triangle down through the trim. We're drawing a sewing line. Then we're going to move and give a 3/8 inch seam allowance, and we will cut it along there. So now we flip this gray edge out of the way, and we're only interested in this sewing line. So we go over and we sew along the sewing line, making sure that the two edges of the trim are close together, even. And a little back stitch. And then just be careful back stitching here on the fold, but we do need that for strength. Oh, we're out of thread. We've sewn that, so we remove the pins and cut on our cutting line, leaving a 3/8 inch seam allowance. And then cut the top corner off, but not too close or it'll poke through. But we don't want all of that bulk. Trim our threads and maybe even cut a little bit down here. Good. Now we can unpin this. Then we turn it right sides out and get our nice point. And be careful so you don't push through. So we have our point. We go back and we line up the trim with our pressed sewing edge, sewing mark line, lining the gray up with the red is the most important. We're going to iron out our little cheat line, so it doesn't matter if it's a little bit off. And we're ready for our final step. Okay. And again, we'll back stitch. So 1/8 of an inch away from the edge of the red trim.